Good morning, welcome to this week's newsletter. Calendar week 6, half of this, 3/4 of that, and a jar of pickled onions. Good morning, dear readers, and welcome to the first newsletter of the second, and in many ways more pleasant 3 months of winter at the barracks. 3 weeks. The first 3 months are the grim ones, the second 3 months are the infinite ones. From November until the end of January, the chroma leaks out of the visible spectrum and the cold wind blows. It's grey, and it's miserable, and it's behind us. The second half of the winter, February until ... is oftentimes pleasant, sometimes warm even. But it tricks you. It's not done until usually May, but the last frost around here can surprise us even in June. And for some reason, this sent me down a rabbit hole entitled, Almost All Power is Solar Power. Solar power usually means photovoltaic cells directly converting photons to electricity. Wind is what happens when the air is cold and dense in one place, and hot and thin in another, and nature tries to even it all out. It's the warmth of the sun that made it hot and thin. Capture some of the energy of the moving air, and you have wind energy. Fossil fuels are the result of things which were once alive and photosynthesising, getting unalived and then squashed into very small spaces. Tidal energy is mostly the moon, but all the rest of hydroelectric is solar. The sun turns oceans into clouds which turn into rain and reservoirs and fall through turbines at the foot of the dam. The fall through turbines at the foot of the dam is the release of the sun evaporating the ocean energy. Nuclear is solar power from other sols. Anyway, the point of this unnecessary detour into didactism is that I was walking the barracks roads early in the morning, and the temperature difference between the sunshiny portion and the section in shade was so intense that the microscopically thin top layer of ice melted ever so slightly beneath my feet in the warm sections, and refroze as soon as I landed a size 12 in the greyed out area of shade. The sensation of one step walking freely and the next one being stuck to the ground is most peculiar. I spent a good half hour just walking between the two phase layers of reality. Stomp, 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 stick, stick, stick. The tomato house. I'm getting frighteningly close to being finished with the preparation of the main vertical and horizontal frame elements of the tomato house. That is, the debarking and shaping. I still have to cut all the mortises and tenons, and all of the triangular bracing pieces, and figure out the roof. So there's still a long way to go. But I should complete the first phase this week. This week in the garden. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to sow some stuff. Probably tomatoes and bell peppers. It is crazy early for them, but if I'm going to have a tomato house, then I'm going to need lots of tomatoes to fill it with. I won't be going too crazy, but just a few of each type that I have. If you live somewhere that quits with frosts at a sensible time of the year, say the middle of April, then you can definitely start sowing a few things now, only if it feels right. Remember, we are not in competition with the professionals. For those who are going to sell their vegetables, there is a huge profit premium to get their wares out early. We are not about sacrificing flavour for competition. There is plenty of time. And finally, 2 nods to 2 people. I do go on about the cold, but apparently the ability to find some sort of pleasure in it is a familial trait. This is my cousin Emily, who recently competed for Team GB at the World Ice Swimming Championships in Italy. I am seriously impressed. Well done, cuz. And finally, it would have been Rory's birthday today. I was planning on telling you another tale from the weird and wonderful world of madness that was the privilege of spending time with him. But nah, I'll save them for the campfires. Bottom line, the fat fuck is still dead. Happy birthday, best dead dude. And for the rest of us, let us embrace the lengthening of the days, the warming of the feet, and why not throw a seed in a pot? I suddenly feel inspired. All the piratey love, your pirate Ben. XO. XO.